Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third Tech with Tim Code Jam project showcase. So in this video, I've got 5 awesome programming projects to show you. These are projects that were worked on by the community, so subscribers of this channel and people that are a part of my Discord server. And I'm just going to give you some context here about what this competition is and kind of how this works, so you can join it if you would like to. But if you don't care about that, you just want to see the projects, there will be some timestamps in the description, so go ahead and fast forward to that. So every 2 months, I run a coding competition in my Discord server. This Discord server has about 22,000 members. We do a ton of other stuff in there as well. So we have help channels, we have weekly coding challenges, and we just do all kinds of other great community things. And in the future, we're thinking about running stuff like Minecraft servers and just other, great ways to kind of bring the community together around programming and whatever else it is that we're doing. So every 2 months, I run this coding competition, and pretty much anyone can sign up to participate in this. We pick a theme. So the coding competition is kind of called a Timathon. This is, kind of emulating a hackathon, but since it's for Tech with Tim, we're calling it a Timathon. And this month's, or this 2 months, I guess, theme was virtual assistant. So this coding competition started January 1st of 2021. Participants had a week to find a team and sign up, and then they had a month to actually work on a project, submit their projects, and then there was, I believe, about a week of community voting. So if I go here to the submissions, you can see we have all of the teams that actually submitted a project. So a ton of people are participating in this, which is awesome. And then the community goes and votes on their favorite projects, and the top 5 projects that received the most amount of votes get reviewed in a video, so like this, and then I will pick the top 3 winning teams and then send them their cash prizes. So that's kind of the idea behind this coding competition. If you want to participate, make sure you join the Discord server. All of this stuff is ran through Discord. There'll be a link in the description. You can also come to this website right here to check out all of the other projects that I don't show. You will have to sign in with Discord, and the link for this website is twtcodejam.net. Again, this will be linked in the description. You can go to Timathon and you can go to view submissions, and you can see all the submissions, assuming that we have not yet closed this when the video goes live. So anyways, that is kind of the idea here. I've got 5 projects to show you, so let me exit out of this and then I'll go through the projects and then we'll talk about the winners afterwards. All right, so I've got the first project up in front of me. I just want to give you some information here before I go through all of this. First of all, I want to talk to you about how I'm kind of grading these projects or picking who wins. Now, first of all, I will say there's a lot of bias in how I'm picking the winner. A lot of you guys are kind of upset sometimes in who I decide to pick. I'll be brutally honest with you, the project that I like the best and kind of ticks my 3 pieces of criteria, which I'll discuss in a second, is just the one that I'm going to pick. So those 3 pieces of criteria are: how well does the project fit the theme? So is this something that is, right on par with what the theme is? In this case, it was virtual assistant, so pretty easy to fit that theme. My next piece of criteria that I'm looking at here is: how polished is this project? So is this rushed? Does this not look very good? Does it feel like there's lots of bugs and this was kind of a last minute thing? Or is this super polished, super well done, everything is thought of, and there was a lot of effort put into this project? Then lastly, the thing that I'm looking at is: how complicated or difficult is it to make what it is that you have for your project? If this is something super simple, I may not, like it as much as something that's super complicated and took a lot of hard work to do. So anyways, those are the 3 pieces of criteria I'm kind of looking at when I'm, viewing these projects. And anyways, let me start going through them. So I'm going to start by showing you the project with the most votes first, and then I will show you second most, third most, fourth, fifth, so on. So we have this first one here, which is called Ency. All of these GitHub repositories I will link in the description. And it says: researching and creating projects is tedious. Ency is a virtual assistant developed with the concept of automating research and organizing projects and assignment. All right, so this is a website, really nice readme. Just small things like this, make a really good first impression when you're looking at a project. We can see this is by Team Coffee, and these are the 4 contributors here. Awesome. So let me go to the website. We're going to go in full screen mode here, and let me start giving you my thoughts. Now, full disclosure, I have looked at all of these projects before just to make sure they work and are appropriate before I put them in the video. Not that any of them have been inappropriate, but anyways, let's go through this. So we have Ency, the virtual assistant you need: summarize, narrate, personalize, get things done with Ency. Nice. So there is a video here. I'm not going to watch this video, but that's a nice touch. Let's go back to this page here. There is a get started, so I believe that will bring us. And then there's just a nice landing page here. So make your projects well managed, summarize text or web articles with just a click. I'm not going to read through all of this, but generally just getting the feel that this looks really professional. If you had just sent me this website and didn't tell me this was, some hobbyist programmer that was in my Discord server, I would have thought this was just a professional website, maybe a startup or something like that. Looks really great, really clean, and just really liking how it looks so far. Anyways, let's go to get started. So when I go to get started, it's going to bring me to my account. I've actually already signed in here, but you can sign in with Google and you can sign in with other services as well, which I thought was a really nice touch because I love just that kind of one-click sign in. You can see I've created 2 projects here. I can create another project. Let's name this project. What do I want to go with here? Let's just go with coding. Okay. And let Ency provide you with AI generated tips. Awesome. Sorry, creating project failed. Try disabling AI tips feature. Okay, so let's disable that and see if this works. And boom. Okay, so it actually did work now. We can see that there's a little chatbot in the bottom right-hand corner here. Hey there, it's me, Ency. I found these cool articles. Thought you might find them useful. Science, computer science, science fiction. Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of like an AI recommending me stuff. Let's go here. Computer science. This is from Wikipedia. Nice. That is a cool touch. Let's go back in here. Looks like there's some activities that are a part of my project that I can say cross off or delete. I can also add an activity. Let's just go with hello. Even has a little auto saving thing up here. Just small features like that I really appreciate. Like the UI is really clean. It just seems really intuitive. Let's add some blocks. So let's just go with coding. We can add a paragraph block. Coding is great. Looks like I can add an image or some text things. Nice. Okay. I can also export this. Let's see what happens when I press export. Oh, wow. Okay, so I can export this as a text document. That's really interesting. Nice. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's chat with the bot. Hi. Glad to see you back, dude. Nice. That's awesome. What else should I ask this? Let's say, when was coding started? I know that doesn't really make much sense. I did not receive a response. Can you try again? What is my name? Hey, I'm Ency. Okay, makes sense. All right, so let's close that. Looks like I can summarize text and articles, summarize stuff here. Okay, Ency is an artificial intelligence based on transformers, which is widely used. Oh, that's how it works. All right, Ency is a powerful text summarizer, which gives you a summary of text or a web page. It also gives you suggestions from Wikipedia articles and important keywords. Okay, that's interesting. So let's summarize this computer science article right here. So URL article. Let's summarize that and let's see what we get. All right, so it looks like the summary came up. It looks like it has some keywords here from the article. I mean, these seem to make sense. Computer science, I won't read through all of that, but it does look like that this makes sense and is properly formed sentences. Then it has some other articles to look at. Glossary of computer science. Does that open up a new page? No, it's loading. I'll wait for that to load. Oh, awesome, and it brings me to this page right here. Okay, so really cool. I think that's all to look at for this project. I might be missing something, but it looks like I can do stuff like delete projects. Yeah, I'm going to delete that one right here. And everything just seems to be functioning. This seems really polished. Just a lot of these small touches, even just small things like the date here, the UI, the fact that there's, highlights on the buttons, this little online button. It just looks really clean. It looks really professional, and I'm really impressed by this project and specifically the UI and kind of design of this. So good job, guys. This is really impressive. Pat yourself on the back. Now let's move on to project number 2. All right, so the next project that I have is called ProBox, the toolbox for programmers. Same thing here, really nice and simple looking README. First thing that I look at when I look at these projects, just the README, right? And so having a nice README is already just a great addition. Nice little image here that they created. Shows me, I guess, yeah, CodeJam, Timothon, that's cool. Platform, web browser, repo size, nice. And this is a website as well. So this is by, who does it say the contributors are? I can't find all of the contributors in here. Does it say the team that did this? Maybe on the side. Here they are. Okay, so we have these 3 guys. I've seen Snowball and Fireplank before. Excuse me if I haven't seen you before, but these 2 definitely participate in some other code jams. Awesome. So let's go to ProBox. This is the website right here. Let's make this full screen. Zoom in a little bit. And it looks like there's just a bunch of tools that we can use. So code compiler. Let's try this out. Oh, this is really cool. Okay. This kind of reminds me of like the LeetCode interface almost, the way that it looks. I can change my editor. Oh, let's go with that. This is my favorite font. This is a Python template. Let's say print hello, run. Let's see what we get. And hello. Okay, awesome. I have no idea how they did this, by the way. I'm super impressed. I can write in C++ too. Compiling, nice. Ruby, Lua, Node.js. Wow, awesome. I can remove the cache. Damn, super impressive. That's just one of the tools. They have a code shortener. Okay, I'm not actually going to use this, but I can see that it just shortens the code like this, which is really interesting. Changes all the variable names and everything. Wow, that's impressive as well. Dictionary, let's search something. Let's search for Tim. Okay, clearly there's no definition for Tim. Let's go with like book. Oh, wow, okay, nice. Code, awesome. Let's try out the calculator. 85 times 96. Okay, let's go. Yeah, mod or divide or percent, whatever that is. Okay, 81.6. Nice. Can get out of that. Stack Overflow. How to reverse a linked list. Let's see what we get here. Create a new linked list. Reverse linked list Python. Load more. Damn, okay, this is really cool. I'm not going to click on these. I trust that these links do work. Yeah, it looks like this is a link. Okay, awesome. Voice recorder. We can try this. Notice this might not work if another app is using the current webcam. Wait, is this video or voice recorder? Which one did I put? Oh, video recorder, sorry. Yeah, so my webcam is obviously being used right now, so I can't test this out. But I did look at that previously and it was actually working. Voice recorder. Will this work if my mic is being used by something else? Hopefully. We're doing a test recording here. I want to see if this works. Okay, let's play this. Okay, so I think that is working. My speaker's actually off, but you guys probably should have heard it through OBS. So I'm going to trust that works. I did test that before and it was working. Regex templates. This one is actually really cool. I really love that they have these because these are super useful and like you're always looking this kind of stuff up. So JSON, IPv4, Visa card, CSV, MasterCard. Nice, nice. Okay. GitHub. So I believe this just, it just brings you to the GitHub for this project. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go back here to ProBox. They have a whiteboard. Let's do some drawing here. Okay, so I can't change the color or anything, but I mean, that makes sense. Let's reset that. Awesome. There is an ASCII chart. This is really useful too. I can look for all of the characters and see what their ASCII code is. Nice. They have a to-do list. Watch some of Tech with Tim videos. I like how that's already ticked off. Bonus points for that. Add this item. Okay, let's add that. Seems to be working. Very nice. We can reset that. I love how the default is these two. That's funny. And yeah, it looks like that is the entire project. Oh, there's also a homepage. Okay, this is a really nice looking homepage. I didn't even see this before. Try the tools. You are a programmer. Some kind of nice motion. Again, the design has just really been blowing me away from these projects that you guys have done. This is really impressive. We've got a contact page. Yeah, same thing here. Just some nice animation and movement. I can change the background color. Okay, so that goes to green. We can change this back to white. Wow, really impressive. So that is project number 2. Kind of my same thoughts as project 1. I'm just really blown away by the design and what you guys have done on the front here. Just looks really professional and really nice. The tools, I mean, some of these are pretty useful. I'm not going to lie. A lot of them are kind of just thrown in here, I think, just to add some more tools. But definitely interesting. The code shortener and code compiler, I'm really interested by. I don't know how you guys did that, so that's super impressive. ASCII chart was a nice addition. Regex templates, same thing. Awesome. So now let's move on to the third project. All right. So the next project I have here is called Cryptant. Is that how you pronounce that? I have no idea if that's how you say it. There's a really long README here that goes through a ton of stuff. I'm not going to go through this, but pretty much this is a cryptocurrency like information site or something like that. I haven't looked at it a ton. I'm trying to find who this is by, but I don't see any contributors. Let's go to the insights and see if we can find this. Contributors. Looks like we have one guy's tech guy, 940, 31,000 lines of code. Wow. This looks like a pretty awesome project. Damn, and you can kind of see the contributing graph. Okay, sweet. So let's go to Cryptant here. I'm probably going to keep pronouncing it wrong. I'm going to say get candlestick graph for any cryptocurrency. Okay, it just says the same thing. Get started. Know more about candlesticks. Go about. Let's see this. Wow. Okay, this is a really professional looking website. Damn, get in touch. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Again, super blown away by this. It just looks great. I don't know how to make something that looks like this. Services, AI advice. Let's see here. Wow. Okay, you can get it, but I don't know if this is real or not. If he actually does this, but this is really cool. You can submit a prediction for different coins. Nice. Cryptant AI advice. Cryptocurrency news. Let's see what's here. Latest news. Wow. Damn, okay, this is really cool. This just looks like a professional website. Candlestick graph. Let's try this one out. Okay, so let's do this was what was on the homepage. Let's try this. Time interval 1 minute. Let's go with 1 day. Yeah, sure. Let's get the graph of Bitcoin. And wow, okay, it generates a candlestick graph. I wonder what is being used to do this, but that's really interesting. Shows me the highs and the lows. This is super speedy and snappy. Let's do Litecoin, one of my favorite coins. Let's see what this one is. Awesome. Can I change this? Oh, I can save this too. Wow. And let's see what else they have. API. Okay, so this shows you the actual API that I don't know if this guy designed or that just exists that he's using, but that's really interesting. It's on Postman. Let's go back here to this website. So the thing that I don't like here though is that this is opening like different web pages for every single thing. That's my only critique so far. I don't like when websites do that. Let's go to the contact. Okay, it just brings us to the bottom of whatever this page was. And I think that's all I have to go through for this website. I do apologize guys if I'm missing stuff. I'm just kind of trying to get a quick look at this. I can't go through every single possible feature, but this one is super impressive. It's also very timely with all the cryptocurrency stuff going on right now. And yeah, as I'm saying with all these projects, like if you just showed this to me and you didn't tell me that, this was some hobbyist programmer working on this that was a part of my Discord server, I would genuinely just think this was another professional website. I wouldn't question it. It looks great. Everything seems to be working. And again, awesome job on this project, especially because it was just one person who did this. So now let's move on to project 4. All right, so in front of me here, I've got project 4. This one is called Violet. I'll just read the description here. So Violet provides you with 5 core features: a news feed with selectable categories, a text editor with the added functionality of text to speech, an online recipe browser, quick access to common social media sites, and a to-do list. Awesome. So to access this is a website. Let me close all of these website links here. Okay, let's go to this. And let's scroll down. So we have a to-do list, latest news, stay connected, text to speech, view recipes, and more features coming soon. Let's get started here. Okay, it's going to take a second to load. All right, so I have to create an account. So let's do this. Let's just make this Tech with Tim. Let's see if it will allow my extremely weak password. And it looks like it does. Okay, so no little message telling me that I actually created an account. First critique there on kind of the UI side. Let's log into this. And okay, wow, here we are. So this is the website. Let's go full screen mode. So we can go to YouTube, Google, Reddit, Instagram, all of the other logos that I'm sure you guys know. Blaze with the fire that is never extinguished. Oh, interesting. Okay, create a list, enter time, enter task. Let's just go with film this video. Okay, do I need to enter a time? What do I have to do for this? Say like February 25th or something. Oh, okay, perfect. So it does actually work. February 25th, film this video. News. Let's see what news is giving me. Okay, this is interesting. So whatever's going on here, just showing me a bunch of news. Can I change the categories? Oh, yes, I can. Let's go to technology news. I don't really care about the world news right now. One thing that I am noticing is this website's quite slow. I'm not going to dock anything for that because this is just hosted on Heroku. The images are also pretty stretched, but that's fine. Looks like I can click on these if I want. But that's cool, showing me a bunch of different news articles. Text to speech. Whoa, okay, so I can, I guess, write like an entire thing here. Let's go, hello. Let's change this text to be bold. Bold. Do I have to highlight it and press bold or something? Okay, so I don't know. Maybe bold's just not working, or maybe I'm just an idiot and I don't know how this works. Let's go with italic. Again, do I have to highlight this for the... Maybe these buttons just don't work. I'm not sure if I'm doing this incorrectly or something, but a lot of these buttons just don't seem to do anything. Okay, the underline work, just the italic and the bold doesn't seem to do anything. That's fine. Can I align this in the center? Okay, so that does work. I have a, what is this, a ruler or something? I can add notes. Awesome. Oh, I can also export that. And then there's the text to speech thing. Nice. Recipes. Let's search for a recipe. When they say recipe, I'm not really sure what they mean. Are they talking about like food recipes? Let's just go with a recipe for pizza. See how to make pizza dough. Okay, so I guess it is food recipes. So, a little bit offset here, but totally fine. This is, internal server error. Okay, interesting. I believe that's just a Heroku issue. Again, I'm not going to, dock any marks or whatever because this is hosted on Heroku. Serves unknown, cook 30 to 60 minutes. Serves 2, cook 10 to 30 minutes. Okay, so it's interesting that they're able to actually find this information. I'm not sure what they're pulling this from. I have my account, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all for this. Let's go to Google. Does this just bring me? Oh, it just brings me to Google. Okay, interesting. All right, so I guess that is the Violet project. Now, my thoughts on this one. First of all, I will just say this is obviously not as polished as some of the other projects. Doesn't mean this is not still a great project. Just kind of hard to compete with all of those other ones. I also don't know how many people worked on this. Other kind of piece of critique here that I will say is that these categories don't really make much sense to me in terms of how they go together. They seem very distinct and different. So like news, text to speech, recipes. It's fine. There's no rule that says they have to go together. I'm just a little bit confused why these ones were picked. I like the fact that we have the quotes here. I like that there's lots of different features and that for the most part they're all working with the exception of a few buttons. Seems like everything is just functioning as it should be. And well, I mean, this is a cool project. There's not really much more for me to say. So with that said, let's move on to Project 5. All right, so in front of me, I've got Project 5. This one is by the Champions Clan team, I believe. And this is called Robert Virtual Assistant. So Robert, your own virtual assistant with a beautiful text and speech-based interface. You can see that they have some nice GIFs and stuff here. I appreciate the effort put into this README and kind of all the styling and the emojis and everything you've got. So apparently the way that this works is it's a background application that sits in your system tray, and then you can activate it with like hotkeys, so like Shift+7, Shift+6. Now I did read this entire README. I read all of the READMEs before I actually went ahead and worked on the project. So I will run this code, but I will mention just right now that the actual voice assistant part of this project, at least on my computer, is not working. It works once and then doesn't really do anything after that. So I will just say that I tried very hard to get this to work. I appreciate the effort you guys put into this, and I spent about 20 to 30 minutes trying to figure this out. I couldn't figure it out, and so I don't know what to tell you, but I'm only going to be able to review one part of your project. So anyways, let me run this code, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I've got the code running right here. Now, the idea is that there's supposed to be something in my system tray that has kind of this logo right here. I'm supposed to be able to press Shift+7 or Shift+6 on my keyboard, which I'm doing right now, and it's supposed to like activate a virtual assistant. Now, it's not doing that, and I don't know why. You can see the keyboard shortcuts are here. I can change the mode of this application. Okay, that's interesting. Let's leave it at dark mode. And they have code snippets. So I believe what I can do here is I can save code snippets. So I can have like a file, I guess, that's located somewhere, and then this will just organize them all for me. So let's try this. Let's find a code snippet here. Let's just snippet one of their codes. Well, we can snippet main.py. Type name of your code. Let's just go with Python. Okay, and there you go. So now I can save the snippet, and I guess I don't know what happens when I press on this. Doesn't seem like anything. Maybe I'm doing this incorrectly. Anyways, I guess you can save code snippets. You can sort them by language or by alphabet. I can search for snippets. Nice. Have translation. So let's go hello world, and let's translate. Okay, bonjour le monde. I don't speak French very well, obviously. Nice, looks like that's working. Task manager, you can see I added this one in previously. Tim is great, obviously that's going to be there. I can edit a task. Let's change the name to be hello testing priority. Okay, there's 5 priority levels. That's nice. I guess it's going to show me the highest priority first. In fact, we can test that. Let's change this to 5. Oops, Tim is great. Okay, save. And yes, okay, so that did actually update. I can add another task, go test, and add that one in. I guess I have to add a description as well, so let's add that. Okay, nice. So I can tick them off. True, true. Okay, so I guess they forgot to remove the debugging there. That's fine. And then what else is there here? There is a reminder. So it looks like I can set some types of alarm. So I can turn that on. In 1 hour, I guess that will send an alarm. I don't know how that alarm is going to work. But I guess that will function like that. Okay, nice. And I guess that's all for this project. Now, there's the settings. Okay, so first of all, nice project. I really do apologize that I can't get the text-to-speech to work. I imagine that that's really the core part of this application. Again, I did try to run this. I even tried just running the file. And it works, but it doesn't give me any output. So I'm not going to show it in this video. There's no point in doing that. I do apologize, but that's all I have to say. So interesting project, obviously not super polished. The UI, I feel like could use a little bit of work just to make it a bit more intuitive. I don't really understand how some of these things work and, why they work the way they do. Maybe it's explained in the README, but it's definitely not super intuitive. But other than that, interesting project. Again, I'm sure the text to speech was really the core of this, so I apologize. But with that said, let's talk about the winners of this code jam. I'm going to showcase kind of the top 3 winning projects, or just announce the top 3 winning teams right now. All right, so now I will announce the 3 winning teams, so third, second, and first place. But before I do that, a massive thank you to everyone who participated. Also, a huge thank you to my Discord staff team, which makes this possible. I just really don't have enough time to manage all of this stuff, and without the staff team that are all strictly volunteers, I wouldn't be able to do this. So a massive thank you to them, and yeah, everyone who submitted a project. So I'm going to go through the 3 winning teams, and I will also just mention that if I did not pick you as a winner, or you thought I was harsh on your project or didn't see everything, I do apologize. This is really just meant to be fun. Yes, there is prize money, but it's very small. And the reason I do this is, not just to praise people in a YouTube video, but to give you guys an excuse to work on a project, to get out there, actually code something out, work with other people, and have something that you can add to your resume, and something that's just, fun to do, right? So anyways, I hope you guys appreciate that. But the third place team here is Fast. So ProBox, I am giving you guys third place. Just as a reminder, this is the ProBox website. I thought this was a really great website. I really appreciated the code compiler and the code shortener, and I just thought this worked great as a virtual assistant. Definitely fit the theme, definitely was polished, and yeah, it's just really a great project. So awesome work. That's really all I can say about it. All right, and the second place team is Team Coffee, the team that made Ency. Now, this project, this is one right here. I will bring it up. This looks awesome. Really great work on the design. I have very little criticism for this. The dashboard is awesome. The landing page is awesome. And really, the entire project itself is just a great project that really blows me away. So anything that I'm about to say now that is criticism, please just take it very lightly, because genuinely, this is super impressive. When I first saw it, I was blown away. So the only thing I'll say about this project, and the reason why it didn't get first place, was because I thought the design was awesome. I thought there was a lot of focus on that, but I just thought that the features, or what this actually does, was fairly underwhelming. I think the online assistant is interesting, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to ask the online assistant. The actual, kind of project template here is nice. There's some blocks, but again, I don't feel this has a ton of actual real world function or use. I couldn't really see myself going in and using this project. Maybe some of you guys can, but that's personally just me. So that is why I came second place, but great job. Really, you guys did an awesome work on this project. So congratulations. And now I'm going to announce the first place team, which is JFF, which is actually a team of 1 person who made Cryptant. Now, again, this could be my bias, because I do definitely love cryptocurrency, but I just thought that this website, out of all of the projects that I saw, was the most professional. It seemed the most polished, and it has so many different things that you can do. I actually didn't even go through everything when I was, kind of navigating this website, but it has the current price of coins, so I can actually, submit or look for the price of, say, Bitcoin. I can look at the gainers and losers. There's actually an API that I'm pretty certain this guy wrote, although that's not really a factor in my decision. Know the gainers and losers. Now, I just thought this was really professionally done. It just looks like a website that really could have been made by a professional software engineer. So that is why it is getting first place. Congratulations to that team. Let's go back here to JFF. So congratulations to JFF. I believe this is Just for Fun is the one who made this. Again, 31,000 lines of code. You definitely put a lot of effort into this. I can appreciate that. And well, your hard work has paid off and definitely showed itself. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is all for fun. Please don't take this too seriously. I would love to see more of you guys participating in the coding competitions, so join the Discord server from the link in the description. And with that said, I will see you in another YouTube video.